All right, welcome. Welcome to our few minutes of meditation together. I would invite you just to pause where you are, let the activity just stop, let the body become still. And as it feels right, let your eyes close or let your gaze soften. And just really allow yourself to settle. There are so many parts of our day where we just go and go and go, forgetting that we need to settle. We need to ground. We need to root. This practice reminds us of that, of its importance, of its impact in our lives. And so right here, just settle. As you are seated, as you are lying down, just allow the spine to lengthen. Allow the jaw to soften. Allow the muscles in your face to soften. And just really arrive into this present moment. And let's just take a few breaths together just to really unite our energy as we spend these few minutes together, really honoring the present moment. So just a slow breath in, and then a gentle breath out. And a slow breath in. And again, just a gentle breath out. And breathing in. And just whisper that exhale out. And just feel already with just 3 breaths how the body begins to respond. There are things neurologically with all the systems in our body that we don't even quite understand, but those gentle breaths allow things to begin to function as they should. The breath truly is the key to our well-being, to our sense of health, to our ability to really pause. The breath is the key. And so if throughout these few minutes that we share, you begin to get distracted or the body gets fidgety, go back to the breath. Just a slow breath in and a gentle breath out. And on this journey through the Yoga Sutras, we are settling today on Yoga Sutra 127. And I want to read it to you, this one translation of what it says. It says, the word expressive of Ishvara is the vibration of Om. Just listen to that again. The word expressive of Ishvara is the vibration of Om. And so as we break that down, what it's saying is when it says this word Ishvara, it means this divine force in the universe. And I've said many times, and I'll say it again, each of us have a different word or a different persona that we ascribe to this divine presence. For some of us, it is God. For others, it's Brahman. For others, it's Mother Earth. Whatever word or whatever picture you have in your mind when you think of this divine presence, this force greater than us, this force that has our well-being at the center of attention, of focus. That's Ishvara. And I love this verse, this sutra, because it really does speak to the oneness of humanity. Because I could spend all of our minutes here together saying all the different names that someone across this globe might call Ishvara. Whatever their language is, whatever their culture is, their word for this divine force in the universe. And what I've found over all these years of study is that instead of that being something that unites us all together, it actually separates us. It divides us. So that's why I think this Yoga Sutra is so incredibly special, because it says the word, this expression of Ishvara, is the vibration of Om. And my translation, my interpretation of that says, Om is this universal sound for all of us. And whatever someone in a country in the middle of Africa calls their God or their figure of worship, and whatever someone on a mountain in Tibet names this force of divine presence in the world, and someone in the middle of Texas, this idea of Om means that this is for all of us. It's not about the language, it's not about the culture, it's not about the name. It is about this unifying piece of humanity that says, we are one. One creator, one humanity. And we all look different, and we speak differently, and we have different ways of moving through the world. But at the core of our being, we are the same. The same goodness, the same purity of our spirit, the same light. We all want peace. We all want our children to be safe. We all want our homes to be welcoming. We all want our lives to be healthy. We are one. And so I want us just to spend our minutes just really meditating with and meditating on this sound of Om. It's often said that it was the first sound. Different scriptures, different verses, and different texts will say it was the first breath, the first utterance, the first sound. And then from that sound, all these other vibrations and sounds came. So when we say Om, if we chant it, if we say it, if we look at it in an image, if we read it, what we're saying is we want to go back to the root of our source. That we got really divided, we began to get separated, but we want to go back to what brings us all together. But then there's another meaning behind Om. It's also all the parts of us. It's the fully awake state of you moving through your day alert and busy and focused. It's the part of you that's the dream state, where you're not quite fully asleep, but you're not awake moving around, but your mind is still in motion. And then it's the third part of us, this beautiful state of deep sleep, of healing, restorative rest. And when we say the word Om, or we chant that vibration, what we're also saying is we want all the parts of us to be united. We don't want to move through our day as one version of us. We want how we move through the day to be in sync with how we dream when we're at rest, and how we truly find stillness as we sleep. All these parts integrated together. And so Om has kind of these two pathways. It's the unifying force of all of us as humanity, and it's the unifying force of all the parts of me and all the parts of you. It really is about oneness. And I haven't quite found a word or a sound that is that special, that can break down the walls that just separate us and make us divided and allow us to see the oneness of humanity. And so I want to just pause for just a few breaths here and just kind of let that just resonate and sit with each of us. Can you see beyond the differences when you look out at the world? Can you hear someone's different opinion and be okay with the fact that it's the different opinion than yours? Can you watch someone move through life, doing it in a different way than you would have, and just let it be? Imagine a world where we could look upon each other that way. You celebrate things differently than I do, and that is okay. I have different names for things than you do, and that is okay. They worship in a unique way that's not the same as the way that we worship, and that is okay. What if our world could be like that? That's what the sound of Om represents. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take us through just a few rounds of it. You in your space are welcome to join in, or you can just let this vibration coming from me represent unity. The beautiful thing about it is it's not about the sound of your voice. It's not about the quality of the tone. It is about the intention of your heart. And when you say Om, or you let that vibration just kind of wash over you, you are saying, I want harmony. I desire unity. I want to let go of division and separateness. I want to feel oneness. So just continue to breathe. Slow, deep, gentle breaths. And just see how this vibration resonates with you. It's often said that the vibration has three parts. The ah and the ooh and the But as you study more deeply, you learn that there's a fourth part to Om. And it's the part of silence that follows it. So I'm going to offer it just one more time, and then we'll just sit in the quiet. And as that vibration begins to just kind of end, see if the silence can resonate with you just as much as the sound. And again, if you get distracted, go back to that breath. Come back to the present moment. the expression of Ishvara is the vibration of Om. One creator, one humanity, one universal soul that binds all of us together. That is the essence of yoga. The things that we do on the mat is just practice for awareness, for compassion, for strength. But the essence of yoga, this idea of union, is this idea of oneness. So I encourage each of us, as you move through your day tomorrow, you are going to see evidence of separateness and division again and again and again. Pause. Go back to this moment right here. Doesn't mean you have to chant the word Om where you are, but go back to the essence of what it represents. And see if you can see that situation with new eyes. Eyes that show the things that bind us together, instead of these man-made constructs that pull us apart. There is division and separation all over the Middle East. There is division and separation all over this country. There is division and separation all over your social media feed. We can be different. We can represent unity, oneness. And when we are able to do that, we will begin to experience peace that you cannot describe with words. It's there. It's just being covered up by all the division. This practice gives us the tools. It gives us the insight, the empowerment to let that division go and see the oneness of this beautiful thing of humanity. Namaste.